Hello, dear students. I am Girish Bode. Welcome you all in the subject of thermodynamics. In this subject, we have to study the six units, namely Unit first, fundamental concepts and definitions. Second unit, first law of thermodynamics. Third unit, second law of thermodynamics. Fourth unit, entropy. Fifth unit, availability. Sixth unit, ideal gas. Now, today we will start our first unit, that is fundamental concept and definition. In this unit, we have to study a different points. We in this unit we covers a various point such as thermodynamic system, second properties, third process and cycles, fourth point thermodynamic equilibrium, fifth point quasi-static process, sixth point microscopic and microscopic viewpoint, seven point work and heat transfer, 8 work transfer and other type of work, 9 heat transfer, temperature and its measurement, 10th zeroth law of thermodynamics, 11th specific heat and latent heat, 12th point function and path function. Now start our first topic, that is thermodynamics. What is thermodynamics? Thermodynamics is a branch of physics science physical science that deals with relationship between heat and other form of energy. In particular, it describes how thermal energy is converted to and from other form of energy and how it is affects the matter. Thermal energy is the energy of a substance or a system has due to its temperature. That is energy of moving or vibrating molecules. To be specific, it explains how thermal energy is converted to or from other form of energy and how matter is affected by this process. Thermal energy is the energy that comes from heat. This heat is generated by movement of tiny particles within an object. The faster these particles moves and more heat is generated. Now see the next topic, that for example of energy transfer. The first example is petrol engine. In petrol engine, heat energy is converted to mechanical energy. Second, generator. In generator, mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. Third, an electric motor. In electrical motor, the electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy. Fourth, fuel cell. In fuel cell, the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. In refrigerator, the electrical energy is transferred to its cooling effects. In electrical power generation, the heat energy is transferred into electrical energy. Now next topic is scope of thermodynamics. The science basically deals with the conversion of heat energy into work and vice versa. A wide range of equipment is covered under this subject, such as thermal and nuclear power station, steam boiler, steam engine, steam turbine, gas turbines, petrol and diesel engine, jet engines, refrigerators, air conditioner and air compressor, etc. Under the thermodynamics, we study all these equipments for their working and for the efficiency with which the energy is being converted by them. The study of thermodynamics help us to analyze the behavior of this device and improve their efficiency. Now move to next topic, that is system definition. A system is a portion of universe or a certain quantity of matter or a certain volume which one desire to study. We know here that the choice of a region is arbitrary and it is decided by the observer. Thus, the system may consist of a nucleus of atoms and atom itself, an object on earth, earth itself, a solar system and galaxy, etc. A system is a region enclosed by the boundary. The boundary is a surface which separates the system from its surrounding. Here we see the systems and the boundaries and the universe. The boundary may be real one or imaginary one. It may be fixed or moving. The surface of a balloon being inflected is an example of moving boundaries. The region in an immediate vicinity of the system is known as surrounding or environment. The system and surrounding affects each other, and the energy flow in the form of heat energy or work or electricity etc. may take place across the boundaries from the system to surrounding or vice versa. Similarly, a certain quantity of mass may also flow across the boundary from the system from the surrounding or vice versa. Now see the types of system. There are three types of systems: open system, closed system, and isolated system. Now discuss the types of system one by one. First types, open system. In open system is called open system or flow system when the energy flow as well as mass flow take place across the boundary. Here show the diagram of open system. In that open system we can see the energy and mass flow across the boundaries. The example of open system are diesel and petrol engine, air compressor, gas turbine, water pumps, and condenser. In engine, petrol engine or diesel engine, we provide a fuel to engine and it produces the power which is given out. Thus there is a exchange of mass as well as energy. The energy also emits heat which exchange it with its surrounding. The other example of open system is the boiling water in an open vessel, where the transfer of heat as well as mass in the form of steam take place between the vessel and the surrounding. Now move to second types, that is closed system. A system is called closed or system or non-flow system when only energy flow take place across the boundary but no mass flow take place. The system in which transfer of energy take place across the boundary with the surrounding but no transfer of mass take place is called as closed system. The closed system is a fixed mass system. The example of closed system is a tank filled with a gas, pressure cooker filled with the system, the cylinder and piston arrangement. The fluid like air or gas being compressor in the system and the cylinder arrangement in the example of closed system. In this case, the mass of gas remains constant and it can be heated or cooled. The another example is water being heated in a closed vessel and where the water will get heated but mass will remains same. Now third types, isolated system. A system is called isolated system when no flow of heat, work and mass take place across its boundaries. See the diagram of isolated system. The gas enclosed in a insulated box. Here no mass crosses the boundary, no heat crosses the boundary, no work crosses the boundary. For the another example, if the piston and cylinder arrangement in which the fluid like air or gas is being compressed or expand is insulated is being becomes isolated system. Here there is neither transfer of mass or not energy take place. Similarly, hot water, coffee or tea kept in a thermal flask is a closed system. However, when we pour the fluid into the cup, it becomes the open system. Hello student, I am Girish Bode. Today we will teach our next topic, that is macroscopic and microscopic viewpoint. Thermodynamic study are taken by two different approach, that is macroscopic and microscopic. Macro means big or total, micro means small. Now we will start our first viewpoint, macroscopic viewpoint. First, macroscopic viewpoint means total view. The branch we take this view is known as classical thermodynamics. Second, this view analyze the system or equipment as a whole. It studies the bulk nature of the system. It does not consider the behavior of the system on molecular or atomic level, and no special assumptions are necessary to describe the system. Third, the value of properties of a system are their average value. For example, consider a sample of a gas in closed container. The pressure of a gas is the average value of the pressure exerted by millions of individual molecules. Similarly, the temperature of this gas is the average value of translation kinetic energies of millions of individual molecules. Three, these properties like pressure and temperature can be measured very easily. Then fourth, the analysis of macroscopic system requires a simple mathematical formulas. Then second viewpoint, microscopic view. Under a certain situation, the microscopic thermodynamics cannot be used. Example, system with high vacuum, region of outer space, etc. Here, the microscopic view can be used. The branch which takes this approach is known as statistical thermodynamics. First, microscopic view considers that systems is made up of very large number of discrete particles known as molecules. These molecules have different velocities and energies. The values of these energies are constantly changes with time. Second, the behavior of the system is found out by using statistical methods as the number of molecules is very large. So, advanced statistical and mathematical methods are needed to explain the change in the system. Then, next, the properties like velocities, momentum, impulse, kinetic energy, force of impact, etc., which describe the molecules cannot be easily measured by the instrument. They cannot be felt by our sense. Next, the large number of variables are needed to describe a system and approach is complicated. However, the behavior of the system under the both these views thus analyze is the same and the results given are compatible. In short, the gross values of microscopic analysis and the identical with those given by the macroscopic analysis. Then our next topic is difference in microscopic and microscopic view of thermodynamics. The first difference is in macroscopic approach. This approach is certain quantity of matter without the event happening at molecular weight. In microscopic approach, events happening at molecular level is taken into account. In macroscopic approach, deals with properties which can be sensed by the humans. In microscopic approach, a statistical approach is required for microscopic approach since the number of molecular is very large. It is an average value of the activities happening at the molecular level. These are real values and hence difficult to measure. Then fourth difference, in order to describe a system from microscopic, we need a very less number of properties like pressure, volume and temperature, etc. And in case of microscopic approach, in order to describe a system from microscopic approach, we need a very large number of variables. Then our next topic is thermodynamic equilibrium. When a system is isolated from its surrounding, it reaches a state of thermodynamic equilibrium after some time. The values of all its thermodynamics properties becomes constant and there is no sudden change in any of its property. To attain a state of thermodynamic equilibrium, the following three types of equilibrium is achieved. First, mechanical equilibrium, thermal equilibrium and chemical equilibrium. Then now we will discuss one by one. First, mechanical equilibrium. The system does not have any unbalanced forces within the system or between the surrounding. The pressure at any point within a system does not change with respect to time and is the same at all the point in the system. Then second, thermal equilibrium. the temperature of the system does not change with the time and has the same value at all points of the system. And third, chemical equilibrium. There is no chemical reaction taking place in the system, and the chemical composition, which is the same throughout the system, does not vary with time. Thus, for a system to be in thermodynamic equilibrium, it is necessary that a system should be in mechanical, thermal, or chemical equilibrium simultaneously. In thermodynamics, we study the system which are in thermodynamic equilibrium.